Hello, world. Welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Tuesday, October 20th, 2020, and I'm here with a quick update on your boy, R. Kelly. On his behalf, his legal team filed a couple of motions, of which both asked for an emergency release. And I covered all of these things, so if you need to check out past videos, please do so in the archives. But anyway, so yeah, they are, they've been waiting for the judge's response. And so, yeah, the judge responded yesterday, the 19th of October. Now let's see what he had to say. I have the documents up here. Let's go on over and check them out. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're having an amazing day. And, be sure to check out my daily inspirations called Shot of Love. A shot of love, giving you a shot of love every day. Just a little self-promotion while pulling up these documents. So yeah, here they are. And as you can see, these documents were filed on October 19th, which was yesterday. And it is the United States of America plaintiff versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, Daryl McDavid, and Milton Brown, also known as June Brown. Case number is here, and the presiding judge is Harry D. Leinenweber. The order says, for the reasons stated herein, the court denies defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly's motion to reconsider bail, and the docket number is listed there, and motion for evidentiary hearing, and the docket for that is listed there. So we're knocking out two requests with one order, and the answer for both is no. But let's see what the judge says. The order goes on with a statement about Robert Kelly's request and the reasons for the request. The judge responds here with the reasons of denying the bond. And as you can see here, it says, consistent with the Eastern District of New York's findings in thrice denying Mr. Kelly bail and the Second Circuit's affirmance of that denial, the court found that Mr. Kelly poses a significant flight risk and a danger to the community. So here the judge is saying that they are finding that he is definitely a threat and a risk. So the evidence is weighing heavily. It says bank records produced since then show that Mr. Kelly has the means to flee. Considering the multiple charges and severe penalties at stake, Mr. Kelly also has the motive to flee. The risks of witness tampering and obstruction of justice are high, particularly as they relate to the missing video mentioned in the superseding indictment and the grand jury's finding that the witnesses were paid and threatened to change testimony or not appear. For these reasons, the court found that electronic monitoring and home confinement conditions would be insufficient. Mr. Kelly has not demonstrated a change in circumstances that alters the court's previous conclusion that pretrial detention is necessary. Further, even if the court were inclined to grant the motion, Mr. Kelly remains subject to pretrial detention order from the Eastern District of New York that was recently affirmed by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Mr. Kelly's pretrial detention is not indefinite. Indeed, Mr. Kelly and Mr. Brown recently agreed to the government's proposal to set a trial date at the next status conference on December 16, 2020, while Mr. McDavid objected alone. Mr. Kelly will go to trial as soon as it is safe and practicable. Until then, he will remain in detention. So what this says to me is that the judge is like, this is the last request that will be even honored until trial. These defendants will remain jailed. McDavid apparently has objected, and we know that he has filed for a speedy trial in the past. So I'm thinking he's wanting to get his trial done and over with before the next conference in December. I'm not seeing that that's going to happen for him, but you never know. And for the next denial, the order goes on to state under the letter B here, Mr. Kelly also moves for either immediate release or an evidentiary hearing to investigate a recent incident with a former fellow inmate at the Metropolitan Correctional Center. Mr. Kelly asserts that the inmate physically assaulted him and that MCC personnel, among other things, failed to intervene in a timely manner. Mr. Kelly does not cite, nor can the court find, any cases to support his contentions. While this incident is concerning, it does not warrant immediate release, nor is it material to the court's detention determination under the Bail Reform Act. This single isolated incident does not suggest that the Bureau of Prisons is incapable of safely housing Mr. Kelly. The inmate involved in the incident with Mr. Kelly has since been transferred to a different facility. In any event, release from custody is not the appropriate remedy for such a wrong. If Mr. Kelly wishes to challenge the conditions of his confinement or the MCC's ability to protect him, he can bring those claims in a separate civil action following proper exhaustion of administrative remedies. Accordingly, the court denies Mr. Kelly's motion to reconsider bail and motion for evidentiary hearing. And it's signed by the judge, Judge Harry D. Leinenweber, and dated yesterday, 10/19/2020. So there it is. He is denied yet again. And I definitely hope that we can just move on through to trial at this point and get these things wrapped up. I'm sure he feels the same way. So yeah, let's just hope for the best. And in the meantime, while you're here, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. Other than that, I guess it will be until next time. Till then, peace.